This is Dean with Defending Your Finances. Thank you for stopping by our channel and taking the time to check out this video. If you find our videos helpful and informative, please subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscription link below and share the videos with your friends and family on social media. Also, shoot me an email at the email address in the video description and let me know what information you would like covered in our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for supporting our channel and liking and sharing our videos. It means the world to us. May God bless you and your family. If you own mutual funds, more likely than not, the person who sold them to you probably didn't show you the page in the prospectus or the small print in the fund's fact sheet that details the annual expenses that the fund charges you. So I just wanted to make a real quick video showing you a couple of tools and resources that you could use to identify exactly how much you're paying in fees in the mutual funds you own. It'll also show you how much in commissions is being paid to the person who sold the investments to you. I just believe in full transparency and full disclosure. So we'll show you these pieces of information. You might want to take some notes, and next time you have your investment statement in front of you, or if you're online looking at maybe a 401k or an investment account, utilize these tools and look up these fund fees. It's just good to know, and it'll help you to be more informed and help you to understand whether or not seeking alternatives to the investments that you currently have is something that you should pursue. Now let me just mention real quick, all of the funds and ETFs that I'm about to show you are just being used for example purposes only. I don't recommend anything. I'm not giving you any sort of recommendations on anything I'm showing. These are strictly for example and research purposes. So take these funds and the ticker symbols and all the information with a grain of salt. These are just some of the ones that were more readily available and easy to use as examples. Okay, so I wanted to show you a quick tool that I use to research investments that will help you to be able to put any ticker symbol for any investment you own into this particular search engine and drill down on any information you're trying to identify. But for the purposes of our video, we want to focus on fees. So this is morningstar.com, and I'm going to start off by just putting in a quick ticker symbol in here to show you how to find the fees and expenses in the mutual funds or ETFs you own. So I did type in ticker symbol TEDIX, which happens to be a Franklin Templeton Mutual Global Discovery Class A mutual fund. So after you type it in and hit search, it'll actually if you put in the ticker, it'll pull everything up for you. If you don't know the ticker symbol and you type in the mutual fund name, it might give you a couple things to choose from. This is where it's important to know what kind of share class you own. But if you scroll down to where it says expense and scroll down to the bottom, it's going to give you a few different numbers here. And I just wanted to show you what you're looking at, particularly in relationship to your fees. Okay, so right here it says maximum sales fees. Initial in this particular fund is 5.75%. Now this is an upfront commission that the broker who sells you this particular investment will make, and usually they split it with their employer, but this comes out of your investment. So if you put, $100,000 into something like this and it charges you 5.75%, that's, $5,750. That's not cheap. So upfront, be aware of whether or not your particular investment charges an upfront initial charge. This is not a one-time fee to open your account either. This is a one-time per dollar that you invest into this fund. So if you put in $10,000 in 1 year and then the next, 6 months later you put in another $10,000, each deposit is going to be charged the 5.75%. So be aware of whether or not they charge an initial upfront sales charge, okay? Sometimes there is a deferred sales charge. There are different types of mutual funds, mainly Class C shares, that do not have an upfront charge, but they do have a ongoing 1% deferred, what's also known as a back-end sales charge. So if you pull your money out, in most cases, it's inside of 12 months. If you put the money in and within 12 months of that deposit, you take the money out, they're going to charge you 1% on whatever it is that you take out. Okay, sometimes there's a redemption fee, but in this case, in this particular fund, 5.75% upfront. That is pretty hefty. Okay, but the ongoing investment charges are a little harder to spot. And these are fees that you are charged every year. So this is an annual expense. And in this particular investment, it's 1.21%. So every year, this particular investment company, Franklin Templeton, is going to charge you, the shareholder, 1.21% to manage this mutual fund for you. Okay, so when people tell you mutual funds are good because you don't have all your eggs in one basket and there's professional management, so on and so forth, it comes at a price. It's not free. So 1.21%, they're going to charge you every single year. And out of this 1.21%, 0.25% is paid every year as a commission to the person who sold it to you. Okay, so be aware of these particular investment fees. By the way, this is called a 12B1 fee. If anybody ever asks and you want to sound really, really smart, you can tell them that 12B1 fees are what the broker makes every single year. Okay. Looking up here, the fund family, this being Franklin Templeton, they actually reserve the right to change the fee structure every year. They can raise it, they can lower it, but it does have a history on Morningstar's website, and it shows you historically what that ongoing expense has been. So, you can see since 2014, they have been decreasing the fund expenses. Who knows what it's going to be in 2018, but as of last year, it was 1.21%. So that's a pretty hefty fee, and I just want you to be aware of what these charges are and where to find them. Now I want to look at one more fee, and this is the exact same investment, except it is the Class C mutual fund, Franklin Mutual Global Discovery Class C. So we click on expenses, we scroll to the bottom. In this case, there's a deferred sales charge. So if you take the money out, in this case, I believe it's 1 year. So if in the first year you pull your money out, there's a 1% back-end sales charge that they will implement on whatever withdrawals you make. And this is not just from 1 year from when you open up the account. This is 1 year from when the money's invested. Okay, so if you make multiple deposits, there's going to be multiple time periods that you're going to have to wait to take that money out and avoid this 1% sales charge. Okay, so if you scroll down, you'll see that the annual expense is much higher. The last one was 1.21%. This one is 1.96%. And of that 1.96%, 1% is paid every year to your broker as a commission. Okay, there's no upfront fee like there was on an A share, but there is a much higher ongoing annual fee, and there is a 1% fee that is paid to your broker every year as a commission. So again, I just wanted to do this quick video, show you Morningstar.com, show you where you can go. You plug in your ticker, hit the expense ratio or the expense tab, and it'll show you all the numbers that you need to know and be aware of. Okay, so again, if you have any questions or if this was a little too quick, by all means, shoot me an email to the address in the email description or in the video description below. Or you can also reach out to me on Facebook or Twitter, and I'd be happy to answer any questions or clarify anything that you need me to clarify. But for now, this is Dean with Defending Your Finances. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. And remember, stick with me and I'll show you things that few people know and very few people in the industry actually talk about. God bless you. Take care.